Ooh. Hello. Okay. Thing works.
Match found.
Wow.
They think I'm an old dog? I'll show them just how many tricks I know.
I'll show them just how many tricks I know. Oh, look at the temperature is going 77. CPU. Just look at it. Rocket sky. Once it reaches the game. Oh, no, man, it's sorry. Hopefully it doesn't show. Shit. Oh, you fucking serious?
Maybe their killjoy isn't as smart as ours. I don't want to deal with her if she is.
मिट्टू भी जाएंगे गाइस.
आराम से जा रही ना. लेट जाइयो.
फर्स्ट लाइन में रहेगा ड्यूटी.
स्मोक कर दे ब्रिम.
Oh, no, sorry, लेट हो गया. कहाँ पे?
Enemy mid.
लो है.
Enemy spotted mid.
Smoke's down.
भाई पीक ले लो.
Enemy defense.
Last player standing. I have the spike.
एक और मिनट का.
यहाँ से. हाँ.
One enemy remaining. Planted.
ऐसे.
Ay.
Jet, remember to stretch. I don't want you to sprain an ankle at 90 miles an hour.
There. 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 Still in sight.
Smoke's down.
तो 1 मिनट.
There. Still in sight.
चलो इसे अभी भी एक.
Launching smoke.
26 हो. गन है यहाँ पे.
Spike down B.
कैट पुश किया वो
No more. गन ले ले.
Last player standing.
Lock in sight. I got the spike.
Deep breaths, everyone. Your hearts are pounding.
Guys mid छोड़ दो एक जगह चलते हैं. B पे.
Right here.
यहाँ जा नहीं पाओगे.
आगे से घुसना पड़ेगा बस. स्मोक यहाँ दे रहा हूँ
Right
यहाँ पे
here.
और यहाँ पे.
ठीक है
स्मोक जैसे ही दूँ घुस जाना. ये चेक करना है
Right here.
ये और ये.
There. There.
रहना flash you.
On my mark.
Okay.
Launching
There.
smoke.
जाओ जाओ.
Stim beacon here.
Reloading.
Reloading.
फर्स्ट गेम से
मिड पेस हुआ है.
मिड डोर का पिक ले.
Blocking sight.
एक लेफ्ट में बैठा पर.
Down you go.
बी में नहीं आ. वह बुके से आगे.
30 seconds
Okay.
left.
Smoke दे रहा हूँ heaven.
Smoke's down.
10 seconds
टाइम
left.
नहीं है
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush it.
सो भाई ये काम करने हैं यहाँ शॉक डाल देंगे
Right
तो
here.
ना ट्रैप इसके अगर हो गए तो. यहाँ कोने में होगा या फिर
Right here.
यहाँ पे होगा.
Time to take this hill.
There.
They will cover.
55 लोग
Launching smoke. Stim beacon down.
वेट है ना टोन.
Molly.
Reloading.
Oh hey shot out.
Right here.
Spike down A.
Teleport's ready.
Spike drop. Right here.
I got the spike.
Come on.
Bullseye. My ult is ready.
30 seconds left.
Plant the spike. Our spike carrier is dead.
88 है यहाँ पे.
Spike down A. Last player standing. 10
I have
seconds
the
left.
spike.
One enemy remaining.
I must kill my reflection. It's the only way forward. Right
ये
here.
ना ये वाला रिकॉन कौन तोड़ेगा?
यार मिड चलो तो घुसना प्लीज भाई, वेट मत करना उनका। कहाँ जाना है? ए जाना है
Right
या
here.
बी जाना है?
तो एक पिक लाने दो, रुको एक पिक लाता हूँ, लाने दो।
ओके ठीक है, एक पिक लेना उसके बाद घुसना कहीं पे। वेट मत करना प्लीज।
ड्रोन कर रहा है।
नाइस नाइस। मिड
Smoke's down. Dim beacon here. Prepare for hellfire.
देख देख
साइफर भी ए पे ही है।
इधर इधर है इधर। दो है यहाँ। अरे
आ जा आओ।
Spike down A.
एक और है ट्री,
Exactly where you are.
एक और ट्री है,
Teleport's ready.
ब्रिम ट्री।
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
मैं सुन दोनों को दावत देनी है क्या?
मुझे स्पाइक दे दो, मुझे स्पाइक दे दो, जहाँ मर्जी वहाँ जाओ।
I got your backs. Just, you know,
मिड में क्या कर
from
रहे हो
the
यार? यहाँ
front.
स्मोक दे रखा है
Right
भाई,
here.
आ जाओ।
आ जाओ बोलने, गोल्ड
भाई भाई ए भाई एक काम
भाई।
भाई देख देख देख, जेट यहाँ
Caution
पे,
here.
मैं यहाँ पे हूँ, तुम दोनों यहाँ पे हो भाई।
Caution here.
मिड में।
तो बंदे को मार, बंदे को मार। बहस मत कर, बस मार के घुस।
I'm gonna save.
आप हो सकती है।
ऐसा
Else ready.
दे रहा हूँ तो।
Launching smoke.
Shock down.
साइड खाली।
Dim beacon down.
One enemy remaining.
चेंबर ही ले, चेंबर ही ले। आप चाहिए तो।
Now they are nervous.
ब्रिम स्पाइक दो, स्पाइक।
Revealing area.
Blocking
You
sight.
should run.
Launching smoke. Volley.
Back there, that's all. I don't have smoke for you.
Reloading.
बचाओ तुम।
Right here.
चिल मारो,
Right
चिल
here.
मारो।
एक मिड मार्केट गया।
मार्केट है। मत मत फाइट ही मत ले।
Remaining.
होल्ड कर होल्ड कर।
कर ले कर ले। वापस आ रहा हूँ तेरे पे। Watching your back. मिड से आ रहा है।
Right
That's
here.
I have
I'm sorry. We cannot work out our differences.
They're just batteries. And I need a recharge.
गाइस रिक्वेस्ट करो, मेरा मैक्स आउट हो रहा है।
रेना मागी।
Need a drop. There.
ऑफ कर सकता है वो, सॉरी सोवा अल्ट कर सकता है।
Before smoke?
Scanning ahead.
Wait.
There they are.
साइफर है।
There.
Smoke's down.
There.
Dim beacon here.
Shot down.
Spike carrier is killed.
Spike down B.
Night night.
राइट में स्टेयर्स यहाँ नहीं देखे देखे
सीटी क्या
Prepare for hellfire!
Last player standing.
सीटी है प्रिम
One enemy remaining. Thirty seconds left.
Spike planted. What do you say, drone? Ready to stretch your wings?
अरे जब भी बी जाओ ना यहाँ से आओ अगर केजे अलाइव है तो सेकंड लेन से आओ
Here.
फर्स्ट लेन से मत आना
There.
Revealing.
Feeling
Smoke
sight.
down. Stim beacon
I
down.
tagged them, I think. Wall bang over.
Feeling sight.
और रेना दिखा
बोले ना है ना
Reloading.
Reloading.
ड्रोन है
रेना मिड पे ऑफ कर रहे हैं
Launching smoke.
Spike planted.
Enemy. One enemy remaining.
बैक स्टैब भी आ सकता
Caution here.
ऑफ सेव करेगा वो मारो उसको। यहाँ पे ऑफ है
पीछे देख
Right here.
Revealing area.
Bagging
अब देख
tag.
ऐसे हाँ उठा लो कैसे
Race it to the spike site.
फुल शीट
अगर साइपर केजे दोनों भी खेलेंगे तो ये चल
Together.
इन लोग वही करेंगे शायद
There.
बाय नहीं उनके पास फॉरवर्ड आया
Launching smoke. Stim beacon
मिड
down.
मिड
शॉट में देखना शॉट में देखना
साइड है
Blocking fire.
Reloading.
साइबर है
I know exactly where.
बाइक पहले वापस आओ
आ रहा हूँ
एक यार
ले ले
साइफर को लेना है
अरे साइफर बी ही है
Reloading.
केजे है ये
साथ में और ट्रेड गेम खेल
शॉटिंग
Scanning ahead.
Spike planted.
ऊपर है मैं
Caution here. Molly. Smoke's down.
साथ में खेल
Take flight.
Open up the sky.
One enemy remaining.
ऊपर ही हो अरे एक और बुलेट है
Weapon choice, it is so personal, no? You pick a gun and it tells me who you are.
So what about you?
Need equipment. Thanks.
आ जाओ भी आ जाओ दोबारा भी आ जाओ भाई
होल्ड कर सकते हो
Revealing area. Found them.
There. Cutting their vision.
Smoke's down.
साइफर भी साइफर
आ जाओ वापस फायदा नहीं मैं टॉप
पुश किया ये पुश किया
ऊपर
पुश किया ए में आएगा वो ऑफ उस पे
क्या करूं वेट करूं
हाँ बैठे रहे ब्रिम
ओके
Launching smoke.
Last player standing. Spike down mid.
Enemy
30
kill.
seconds left.
My ult's ready.
One enemy remaining. Last round before the switch.
Buy all you need.
रेना मिड कंट्रोल ले यहाँ पे साइफर स्पॉट होता तो निकलता है सीधा
Smoke's down.
साइफर ब्रिम नहीं साइफर नहीं है यहाँ ब्रिम ने मौली की
Last player standing.
I have the spike.
The hunt begins.
once we get
Switching sides.
Snack time! Sorry. Only brought enough for me.
भाई बैक स्टेप पे तो जाने का सोचना ही हुआ ठीक है
नहीं कॉल जाना स्मोक में बैठना
Rein him in.
ये स्मोक करो
Smoke's down.
in
Multiple enemies A.
Stim beacon here.
Reloading.
हम
Spike
लो
planted.
inside
One enemy remaining.
81 मारा है ये शॉट
Enemy spotted.
टिक
सही था
Caution here.
आप आ
यार
जाओ
कर तेरा इतना इम्पोर्टेंट
Not the boom you hoped for. Let's ruin their day.
Embarrass them.
$55 bro.
Launching smoke.
अरे यार
Molly.
Scanning ahead.
इसकी गन कहाँ गई?
भाई
Reloading.
ए पे है शॉट.
थोड़ा
Launching smoke. Stim beacon here.
One enemy remaining.
Right here.
बुलडॉग है शॉट
One
पे,
left
उठा लो.
standing.
ले ले
The symphony of death. Don't worry.
जेट वैंडल मार गया एंड फुल शील्ड बाय कर जेट जेट आवाज आ रही है भाई वैंडल
हाँ बोल.
Who will I spot first?
ए
पे.
स्मोक दे रहा राइट साइड
Smoke's down.
दे दे
Captain killed.
देखो लेना
Revealing area.
नो साइड इन.
एक और कैट आया. किधर है?
No chance.
मेरी अभी जाना
ए शॉट है मार ए शॉट.
ओ बी
B1 1B.
दो बोल
One enemy remaining.
साइड प्लांट.
होल्ड
Still in sight.
ना होल्ड कर.
रेंज होल्डिंग जेट का ऑन दो
Deploying drone.
2 seconds recon drone.
मैं हूँ लाइव रिकॉन रुक.
You were beautiful.
Watch them run when lit by my sonar. That's when we strike.
Safety's off.
A sound.
स्मोक है ताना स्मोक दे रहा हूं अभी
Launching smoke.
नाइस स्मोक.
बहुत
Revealing area.
One enemy remaining.
नाइस आई थिंक इज हियर
Right
Spike
here.
down B.
इधर लेफ्ट साइड गया
Take flight.
सिटी आ सकता है.
Stim beacon down.
भाग गया पीछे
अरे क्यों पी करना है?
क्या हुआ एसी स्विच बंद होगा देखना
क्रॉस गया
2 मिनट हो रहा है कि समझना
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
इधर सिटी.
वेट
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
Blocking sight.
Hey.
This place is nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's win here.
They are so dead.
Need equipment. Thanks.
Focus now. Eyes off me.
There. Cutting their vision. There.
Stim
Cutting their
beacon
vision.
down.
भैया इसको
ए स्मोक करो.
अरे
Multiple enemies A.
Launching smoke.
Pick up.
get in.
Molly. Smoke's down.
भाई कोई बी
बी
देख
भागो
लो
बी
मैं.
भागो बी भागो बी भागो बी भागो बी भागो.
बी शांति.
Launching
रिटेक
smoke.
करेंगे रिटेक करेंगे.
Scanning ahead.
Right here.
Spike planted.
On market.
Last player standing.
बी क्यों छोड़ रहे हो
It's
गाइस?
the last thing they'll see before they die. Lucky them.
Does anyone have funds? Bonne chance, mes amis.
Smoke's down.
Cypher mid.
Molly.
I know exactly where you are.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
C'est moi.
Level heads until we're home, yes? Good.
Smoke's down.
Spike down B.
Stim beacon here.
One enemy
नहीं
remaining.
भाई.
Teleport's ready.
Enemy spotted B. There you are. Shit.
One bullet per enemy. That should be enough, yes?
Need a drop.
रिम रेड से बाय ले ले।
Need equipment. Thanks.
तो ए शॉट छोड़ दो, ए सॉरी ए मेन छोड़ दो ना।
Launching smoke.
Nowhere to run!
Smoke's down.
You should run.
Open up the sky.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Revealing area.
Reyna, can you please not die here every round?
Match point.
These new friends of ours are not too friendly.
कोई नहीं वो एक गोल्ड लॉबी खेल रहे हैं भाई साहब। इधर तरह ना जाके मर गया।
अरे सो कम बैक, विल रीटेक, क्या दिक्कत है? बाय द टाइम वी रीटेक बचता ही कोई नहीं साइड पे भाई, कैसे रीटेक होगा?
अबे इसको उस गेम का आदत नहीं है, ये हाई लॉबी का प्लेयर नहीं है।
ए फास्ट है।
निकल क्या मिड का मर क्या?
Stim beacon down.
Spike planted. Last player standing. Attackers win.
करना है क्या?
नहीं हमें नहीं करना। नहीं। अब आजा कोकेन उड़ाते हैं।
जरूरी है।
Enough training. It's time.
ये क्या हो रहा है? हाथ अच्छा कोई बंदा उससे गन ले रहा है। कोई बंदे होंगे भाई, देख के चलो। बंदे होंगे थोड़ा देख के चलो। बहुत बढ़िया, क्या ओपी ड्राइवर है भाई तू।
रुक मैं करता हूँ, हट जा।
नहीं रुक, मैं उतर के।
इतनी खुजली क्या है, रुक जाना।
निकाल बैठ ना। अबे एस मसल फ्लेक्स कर एक बार। गाड़ी है यहाँ पे।
अभी भी नहीं चल रही भाई गाड़ी। देख बैक जा रही है। डब्ल्यू मसल दबा।
आगे तो जा रही है।
अब चल रही है। हाँ पूछ इससे क्या। गाड़ी देखो तो बात करो। से पूछना। हाँ पूछो क्या हुआ।
आराम से ले। कौन है?
हेलो, अरे बात कर रहे भाई।
ए कौन है? पलटा देख, कोई तो मेरे को सिविलियन लग रहा है
भाई। पता नहीं, बात करने की तैयारी नहीं भाई लोग। हेलो, ये क्या बंदा है भाई?
छोड़ देखते हैं। छोड़, रुका देख, वहाँ पे रुका देख। आगे ले
बात कर लेते हैं। बात तो सुन लो। हेलो बोलो भाई।
बात करनी है, बात करो ना।
हेलो,
क्यों गाड़ी घुमा रहे हो?
हेलो
ये लग इसके।
क्या हो गया?
बोलो क्या हुआ बोलो।
कुछ नहीं
ना, ठीक है। हाँ ठीक है भाई। इसको पूछना पेन के पीछे को जा रहा है। ये तो रुकना, अभी इधर ही बैठे रहे। ठीक है, मैं आगे बैठूंगा पीछे। वो ठोकने नहीं आएगा, बात करके ठोकेगा।
कब बुलाएगा बुलाने दे इट्स फाइन भाई हमारे बंदे भी कुछ भी बात करते भाई ये चार्ली के अलग नशे बात कर रहे ना बात करो ना बात करो ना बात करो ना
चल रहा है भाई दिया या क्या करा
एक बार तो उन्होंने लैंड करवा दिया, दूसरी बार बता।
हेलो हेलो हेलो
ओके ओके अर्नव फील्ड पे
सर क्या हुआ
फील्ड पे प्लेन उड़ा रहे हैं
प्लेन उड़ा रहा है कोई एक कोई बताएगा क्या हुआ
ये अपने प्लेन से वो फील्ड पे थे ये लोग उड़ा रहे थे प्लेन
अबे मैं बिना मास्क के आया, मैं सोचा तुम लोग को थोड़ा सरप्राइज देता हूँ।
worth it it's worth it it was worth it bro
might relate to this. You know, playing Starfield, walking around these planets and admiring the beautiful NPCs, obviously, and then you go to a new planet and you think, wow, it would be really nice if I could get some more FPS when I'm exploring these gorgeous rocks, or whatever you do in Starfield. So you go to your game settings and you turn your graphics from high to low. And then you think, that's it? I barely got any change in my FPS whatsoever. That's because Starfield is just one of the many games that have been following this trend where the settings menu in these games is
Match found.
an illusion. It's been the same story for Alan Wake 2, Remnant 2, it really doesn't matter. All these new games coming out right now, the settings menu has been boiled down to this one very controversial setting. DLSS, FSR, or XeSS, whatever upscaler you want to choose. I made a previous video called Is DLSS Ruining Games? And judging by the absolutely wild attention this video got, I never thought it was going to do this well. I thought this was a very niche issue that no one really cared about. But through this, I've seen so many comments that are kind of like smart-ass comments where they're literally just saying, yes. It's like they're responding to the question itself. Is DLSS ruining games? Yes. Yeah, it's a smart-ass comment.
Nope. Should I play one more? What's the time? When I leave.
But at the same time, there has to be some truth behind that. And if you do look at the top comment on the video, it does say FSR and DLSS should only really be a nice little boost to your FPS if you already have a solid frame rate and shouldn't be required to make the game XT. Come on, let's take a look at this real quick. As you can see on the left side of the screen, it says broken, and on the right side, it says fixed. What you also might notice is you get lower FPS on the left side versus the right side. Obviously, we're gonna get into that, but what's really weird about this whole scenario is that this is the exact same system. The Ryzen 5800X3D, as well as using the Radeon 7800XT, which is a very capable 1440p graphics card. But we're also seeing a 30% boost to the 1% lows. And if we drop it down to 1080p, this might be a little hint for you guys of what's going on. 15% faster on the average, but 53% faster with the 1% lows. I also came across this in Spider-Man Miles Morales. At 1440p native on the high settings, we got a 15% boost on the right side, as well as a 11% boost to the 1% lows. And we see even more weirdness when it comes to more than just gaming, when it comes to lows. And we see even more on the right side as well. Why was this 5800X3D 8-core processor rendering at about the same speed as a 12-core 5900X? I had to show you guys this so you can understand what the effects of this issue is, because this could be happening to you and you don't even know. It was happening to me and I didn't even know, and I'm kind of kicking myself. Explain. The total percentage of how hard the CPU is working on the left side, you can see, is a lot higher than on the right where it's fixed. And you might think that, oh, the left side is working harder, but it's not actually exactly the case, because this is the percentage of the total amount that the CPU is actually outputting and working in the system. And when you have less cores in the system, but it's still using all the cores it can, then you actually will get a lower percentage even on the same CPU. And that's actually what we're seeing here. We're not using 2 of the cores that are on this 8-core 5800X3D processor. And if you go into Ryzen Master, this is a software that you can use with Ryzen CPUs to do some like overclocking and stuff like that. This is where I first noticed this issue, and 2 of the cores are literally asleep, y'all. It's funny because when you go into Task Manager, you can see that Windows is completely aware that this is an 8-core processor. It's saying it only has 6 cores. I just got a cat that jumped on me. I guess she'll stay for the recording. But if you go into Device Manager, why is it using only 6 of the cores when it knows that if you count this up, this counts to 16 cores? Okay, what is going on? Probably one of the most bizarre things that you would ever think. Now I have an 8-core processor in my system, the 5800X3D, but I actually originally didn't have that. I had a 5900X, which is a 12-core processor. Yes, 12-core processor. But even before that, my original processor was a Ryzen 5 1600. Okay, and this is a 6-core processor. It still thinks this processor is in the system, even though it clearly says at every point in Windows that it has a 5800X3D 8-core processor in the system. Windows is being funny. How do you fix it? And this is actually a pretty simple solution. Oh my God. If you run into this situation and if you're seeing your CPU come up as less cores, you need to go into MS config. Here is what this looks like. Ignore everything else. We want to go to boot. And in the boot one, we see advanced options. Okay, that's what you want to click on. And this is how easy this is. Number of processors. If you click this drop-down menu, you can see that my cores, or logical cores in this case, capping out at 12, which would mean I have a 6-core processor. Obviously I have an 8, and this should go up to 16. All you need to do is just uncheck this box. It's as simple as that. Just uncheck the box. Do this, you just press OK, and then you press apply, and then OK. And it's going to ask if you want to restart. You have to restart in order to apply this change. Okay, it just restarted Windows, and let's go ahead and see what happened. So we see that we got an 8-core processor, and right here, it's actually showing up 8 cores and 16 logical cores. Yay. So it just takes that one simple fix, and let's go to MS config, and you can see when we go to advanced options, it ends up looking like this. And if you do tick this box and do the drop down, it shows 16 threads now. It actually realizes how many threads are in the processor. You would think Windows knows that, but maybe Windows doesn't. So this is a really dumb issue that I don't think X and literally never gets in a lot of games. They're pretty drastic. And that's probably because the other two cores that would be on the CPU would typically be running background processes and not letting it interfere with the FPS. When it comes down to it, I just wanted to make you guys aware of this so you can fix it, because I could only find this issue on like a very obscure forum thread on the internet. I don't know how more people don't know about this. So your forum thread on the internet. I don't know how more people don't know about, but also for everyone who's sticking around. Obviously, you might be work right. This seems to be the sentiment that really suck. And that's why I realized that the thing issues. I mean, they can be basically used by game developers to cheat their way to good performance, like how this top comment is talking about here. Even it can allow AMD or Nvidia to claim that their graphics cards are getting more performance than they actually are. And both of these things for us as gamers really suck. And that's why are. And both of these things for us as gamers really suck. And that's why I realized that the thing I'm about to say might make a lot of people upset. Please don't crucify me and hear me out. Upscaling is not a bad thing. All the hate it gets is not necessarily deserved, because this technology of taking a lower resolution and upscaling it to something that generally doesn't look all that much different than the original image. This technology is so impressive that it blows me away that this is something that wasn't possible just a few years ago. And all of these problems with games and their performance is not necessarily the upscalers themselves, not necessarily their fault. We gotta talk about why in the first place so many games are using upscaling instead of relying on actual optimizations in their settings or giving you more options in general. What it seems like we're in is a major transitionary phase in the way that we're rendering games, and it's hard to tell at this moment if it's a good thing or not. And this will wrap around to upscaling again, because we're currently switching to rendering games with realistic lighting and effects and all photorealistic. models to look as impressive as games are right now. We're doing all of these things, but in a way that is in real time, which can sound stupid because aren't we always rendering games in real time? Well, yes and no. Usually in the past, and obviously we can still do this, but generally speaking, we pre-render a lot of the effects or lighting or models that are in games to make them easier to run in the moment. But new games are trying to do that completely differently. It could be like new games using real-time ray tracing to accurately actually simulate lighting, or using technology like Lumen in Unreal Engine 5, which also accurately simulates real-time lighting effects. Older games, generally speaking, just
Yeah, that could come. कौन अभी सोया नहीं हूँ
just can't do this or nearly as accurately as what ray tracing or Lumen can do. As well, virtual shadow maps, which is one of the features that makes Alan Wake 2 look so good but also be so graphically demanding. Virtual shadow maps are similar to Lumen, and they allow you to do real-time lighting effects in probably the most efficient way that we can right now. Or technology like Nanite, which allows devs to use very high quality assets in their games fluidly and not have to think about it a whole lot. These are all very clever ways to have games react accurately in real time which is why this is all a little controversial, which allows devs to use very high. We're feeling the brunt of this, especially compared to how games used to be made with pre-rendered effects. Obviously, games can still be made like this today. That's why this is all a little controversial. Is like, should we be moving in this direction? What devs would normally do is actually do these heavy lighting calculations instead of in real time, but doing a process called light baking. Make a ray traced environment and then bake in the lighting to the environment to give it its look, but not be rendering it in real time. Obviously, this is a lot more efficient than rendering out ray tracing in every single frame of your game, but at the same time, it is very static in nature because it can only look one way and it doesn't react. Devs aren't able to use all of that lighting that they baked into their environments when there's real-time lighting to replace it anyways. And all of these LODs that they spent tons of time creating are completely negated when you go and you turn on Nanite, for example, in UE5. So it seems like devs are caught in a difficult place. If devs choose to go with this real-time approach to rendering their game, the issue is, no matter what, baseline just to play the game is higher than it used to be, because it's a completely different way of approaching rendering games. And that also might be why we're seeing such a small difference between the low settings in a game and the high settings, because that baseline is as low as it can really go. And if you want to give the players the ability to, use these real-time rendering effects, but also the power to run the game more efficiently with the pre-render, then you essentially as a developer have to make the game twice. And that is a huge undertaking. So depending on the resources and the time available to certain devs, they might just not think that that's an option. I know if I was a developer, I would be picking the option that gives me the most interactive and most beautiful graphics, but also saved my team the most time possible, because that allows us to work on more important parts of the game or save on some money or just do more advertising or whatever. Clearly, the real-time way of rendering a game seems like the best option, but also sucks that it's very graphically intensive. And that's where this all ties back to upscaling, because just like how we talked about how the baseline for the graphics for this is higher, what other way is there to improve the performance of your games? Upscaling has some other advantages that might pique the interest of a lot of developers, because it improves your performance greatly, while at the same time not really changing the visual presentation of a game all that dramatically. Like, you don't have to turn off shadows in a game. You don't have to turn off global illumination, which can ruin what the artist intended the game to look like in the first place, while upscaling can go to preserve this thing. Now, should upscaling be the only option to do this? I don't really think so, but upscaling might be the best option to preserve the look of a game. Then all of this at the same time, upscalers aren't that difficult to implement into games, which also saves developers a lot of time. However, all of this can really come back to the implementation of the upscalers in the games. Upscalers can look wildly different from game to game. Now, generally speaking, from my experience, and you can watch other videos that I've talked more in depth with this, DLSS is pretty much always the best looking upscaler. However though, FSR and XeSS, the AMD's and Intel's upscalers, can kind of vary from game to game with their quality. In my opinion, in Alan Wake 2, the most recent game that relies on upscaling, both FSR and DLSS look great in this game. However, if you go to a game like Remnant 2, I don't think FSR looked all that good in Remnant 2. If you just see on the backpack here, like, it's just kind of ghosting as it goes up and down. And also, if we look back at Starfield, yeah, FSR looked pretty good in this game, but why did this game not ship with DLSS in the first place? If we look at Spider-Man Miles Morales here, I don't think FSR looks good in Spider-Man Miles Morales either. But in Cyberpunk, I think all of the upscalers looked quite good. DLSS kind of taking the crown, but we can clearly see that from game to game, we can see wild variations between each upscaler in these specific games. It's kind of a mixed bag. What are you going to get? The thing is, if studios are going to be relying on upscaling to optimize games or give gamers the opportunity to tinker with their game settings, if that is the only option, really, it should be looking at its absolute best in every single game. That would be a lot better. Now, that is to be said, in my opinion, upscaling, if low settings in games look very good, and basically using upscaling turns into, oh, this is what you would be playing at lower quality. Since that first video, my opinion has shifted slightly. I kind of used to think that upscalers always looked bad, but generally speaking, I would rather turn on upscaling than turn off a bunch of graphics settings. So honestly, I think upscalers are a good thing. You know, it's a weird shifting point for us in the PC gaming community to be going through at this current moment. So yeah, my opinion has shifted slightly.
Today, we are going to be doing a bit of an audit, a bit of an investigation on who the good boys are and who the bad boys are. Now, we've downloaded an extension, so basically what it's going to do is it's going to show you how many people are actual authentic users for watching a stream. So you've got this guy right here. Obviously, 100% of the people that are watching him are verified users. Now, you're going to see numbers that go above 100% sometimes. And the reason for that is just simply like this is 143%. The calculator is kind of wrong. So we're not exactly looking for people that are below 80%, okay? If you're below 80%, there could be a bunch of different reasons for that, right? You could have had somebody host you. You could have had maybe like a different audience from another platform that's not verified. There are a lot of reasons that you could be under 80% or even under 60%, I'd say. It depends on who it is, though. But what we're really looking for are the under 40% and under 30%. Because that is such a massive deviation that it becomes, I believe, a problem. So let's take a look and see who the good boys are. Here's two good boys right here. NMP LOL and Zach Rar. Oh, there's another good boy, eBuy. 89% verified users right here. I am at 93%. eBuy, of course, is at 91%. So there you go. Obviously, everybody here is, you know, I have a real endemic actual
Match
audience.
found.
And if you scroll down, we do see one individual here. And so they stick out like a sore thumb. And you see, let's go ahead and look through some numbers. Hey, who loves numbers? 103%, 81%, 83%, 126%. 95%, 85%, 99%, 38.4%. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's up with this? Let's take a look at it. So we've got a stream that has 2,400 viewers here. No, he seems to be having a good time. Very slow chat. Very interesting. Very interesting here. And so we have 2,400 viewers. Do you really think that this stream that looks like it came out of 2012 has 2,400 viewers?
Choose your agent.
They think I'm an old dog? I'll show them just how many tricks I know.
I think, guys, I think they're embedding or view botting. That's what I think. Let's go to the next one. Uh-oh. This stream's about to have 120% viewers. But anyway, let's see here. What are the rest of them? All right.
Their
Seems
jet
like
is
everybody
nothing
here is
compared
pretty
to
authentic,
ours.
pretty
Let's
real.
crush that copy.
This guy's at 51%. Hard to say what's going on there. 51% is pretty low. Same with this one. Very hard to say. It's also not an English-speaking stream. It's not as egregious as the other one, so we're going to go ahead and skip that one. Let's look at the Counter-Strike category. As you can see here, Counter-Strike engages in promoting gambling to children, facilitating people ruining their lives, selling items that are worth nothing for thousands of dollars. But not even they will stoop so low than to embed. There is one person, however.
Smoke's down.
Enemy spotted A.
32% viewers.
Enemy spotted A.
More like Jason L. 3%? No, it's 32. It's a
Spike planted.
6.
Last player standing.
Headshot.
When Reyna gets started, it's hard to stop her. I'd like to avoid that, please.
Yeah, it says 32%. Oh god! Oh whoa! Whoa! Wow! And so this stream, oh my god! So you're.
Keep up.
Launching smoke.
You're telling me this stream has, it's been live for 28 hours. It has 1,000 viewers. This dude is popping off. Look at that, peak viewers. He's gone up by 98% in the last 30 days. This dude is fucking huge. He's gonna be the next ninja. Oh my god. And so look at this.
Reloading.
3%, gentlemen. 3.9%.
Last player standing.
That is pretty bad, guys.
One down.
Oh my god. He said hi, Asmon chat. I would say hi to his chat, but there isn't one. So I'll just say hi, Mr. Streamer. Hope you're having fun. Let's go to the next one.
They're going to scatter from my stuff. Super easy to pick off.
Right here. Launching smoke. Molly.
Spike down A.
Enemy spotted
Smoke's down.
The hunt begins.
One enemy remaining.
Too stubborn to die.
Reloading.
Don't worry. The house always wins.
Need a drop.
Rim.
हो गया
चैम्बर मिड स्मोक किया है आ गया मिड आ गया चैम्बर मिड आ गया
Stim beacon here. Smoke's down.
Spike down B.
Molly.
Last player standing.
I gave comms चैम्बर मिड बोला तुमको
तू मिड बोला
मिड आ गया
तो मिड को देख
Stay in range of my stim beacon.
बहुत लेट कॉल दिया था वो बंदा फाइट ले रहा है
Right here.
रियल देख
Watch this.
Launching smoke. Out of charges. Stim beacon down. Molly.
अरे सॉरी पीछे देख
Last player standing. Spike planted.
No one beats my firepower. I got this. Need a drop.
Who do they think they are? Smoke's down.
The hunt begins. Spike down B.
Out of charges.
Not your best.
Spike planted.
Launching smoke.
Last player standing.
Race it to the spike sites.
Together. Smoke's down. Open up the sky. Molly.
मैं जा रहा है लेकिन
Launching smoke. Launching smoke. Out of charges. Stim beacon here.
Reloading. My ult is ready.
अरे दोनों वहीं पे 63 stage
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
Satchel out.
लो है very low देख के बॉक्स के पीछे
Okay, done.
No more doubts. We're ready.
They are so dead.
Smoke's down.
Mid.
Trap destroyed. Here. Enemies B.
Stim beacon down.
Spike down B.
Reloading.
इसमें smoke दे रहा हूँ
Launching smoke.
Bomb buddy out.
Spike planted.
Smoke's down.
Last player standing. Team Ace.
These new friends of ours are not too friendly.
Okay. We'll look at Cyberpunk.
You know what to
maybe.
do.
I mean, I don't think Cyberpunk is really that big of a deal. That's whatever, but we'll go
Smoke's down.
ahead and just look at a couple of them. So we see, obviously, big friend of the stream. I've known her for many years.
I know exactly where you are.
96.8% real viewers. But we go
Launching
a little bit
smoke.
lower here. 22.6% viewers.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Cage triggered. Slammer.
Anyone have any splints? I may have jammed my fingers. Multiple fingers.
Chat's literally dead. Well, it's not dead. Because I have these little losers that watch me in my stream. Look at you. You've been in 2 streams. I've literally watched you. Can you stop going into other people's streams? It's just cringe. You're just fucking cringe. I'm not gonna unban you. I'm gonna ban you again. Just stop it.
Launching smoke.
The reason why
Enemy
I
down.
stop is because it fucks up the experiment. Whenever I have a bunch of people going to the person's stream, then I can't get an accurate read on how fast they're
Smoke's down.
Do you see what I'm saying? So you fuck it up. Stop it. You're ruining it.
Spike
Let's go ahead
planted.
and let's look at the other ones. Now, let's look at Lies of P, for example. Let's take a look at that.
Stim beacon down.
Obviously, Lies of P. Right here. 24%.
Smoke's down.
There are also certain instances where
Defuse
people can get it. I don't know if
Blocking sight.
Twitch can get it. I don't know. I think anybody you could look at.
One enemy remaining.
This is a low
Nice try.
Enemy spotted me.
Well played.
Once you get down to the hundreds, sometimes it's harder to
Let's ruin their day.
check the Genshin category. Okay.
drop? Need a drop. I'm going to save.
Back, can I get a drop?
7%. Wow.
Get out of my way!
Let's pull up this person's Twitch.
Sorry, Jack.
My camera is destroyed. The hunt begins.
Yeah.
42 viewers, all the way up to
Spike
1.7K.
planted.
This is the come up of the century. Finally, we made it. Not at all suspicious. Is it a raid or not? Let's take a look at it.
One enemy remaining.
15 viewers to 1.1K viewers. In 10 minutes. I think I know why. It's a raid? It's not a raid. And I can use it. It's not a raid.
This?
Because every single stream that gets a raid, it goes down afterwards. Raids usually go up like this. It's like this is the stream, then the raid, and then it'll go back down.
Last round in the half.
It never was.
Everyone have fun.
Before we lose
Merci.
That's just not the way the numbers work. That's a cheating Andy. 24 hours. This is only a 200 viewer stream. It's very hard to say what this is going to be. But 17%. Now, gentlemen,
Safety's off.
I hope you know that I've saved the best for last. And we will
Open up the sky!
World section. We have BDLG with 12%.
Enemy spotted A.
Be there.
Away with you.
12%. So if you look at this, you've got Baggins,
Spike planted.
99.7%. And you know what's so funny about this? Is that I had a conversation with Baggins about rebotting and embedding.
One less.
And he basically said, fake it till you make it.
Enemy B.
And goddamn, he fucking made it. He's got 7.8K viewers at 99%.
Last player
BDLG
standing.
Still on the come up.
There they are.
I know
There we
exactly
go.
where you are.
One enemy
Miles
remaining.
is ready.
Very big difference. Very, very big difference.
Okay.
Respected, yeah, here's what it is. 12%.
Switching sides.
4,000. Well, let's find out where these viewers come from.
This place is nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's win and get out of here.
Probably New World Database, right? This is like the main one. No, maybe it's not.
Yo, Raze, can you fake B? We need this round.
Huh?
Fake B.
Right here.
Okay.
Jet, just camping.
Right here.
Camp in this corner. They don't have any shooter. Camp. On.
We are not committing. Okay, Cypher.
Are we coming from where?
Spike down A. Last player standing.
If they try something, I'll see it.
Bonne chance, mais watching here.
Launching smoke.
Blocking sight.
Caution here.
What the fuck?
Smoke's down.
Stay down.
Smoke's down. Right here.
I'm planting open, call me.
Gun here.
Spike planted.
Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
Enemy spotted B.
Tagged and tagged.
We're here because we're the best. Don't any of you forget that.
Blocking sight.
Fully smoked. Stim beacon here.
Spotted mid.
Spike down B.
I have dropped the spike.
I have the spike.
Eyes down.
Let's go A.
Omen 64 low.
Cage triggered.
Come here.
Go away. Fast. Easier. Play back, please.
Starting open.
Spike planted. Chill out.
Watch out.
Enemy spotted A. Grenade! Reloading.
Cypher, they can see you. Come.
Satchel out.
One enemy remaining.
On him.
Gun here.
I find them. I kill them. Simple as that.
Resession, please.
Launching smoke. Stim beacon down.
Enemy spotted B.
Smoke's down.
Begins.
Sit still.
One enemy remaining.
Spike planted.
Careful now.
Position change कर ले.
Molly.
Last player standing.
Miles ready.
Nice.
Okay, I only have like 78 grenades left.
They just went Odin. You can Odin as well.
और लेने में हेल्प करना
help him, Chamber.
Launching smoke. Stim beacon here.
Enemy spotted mid. Down.
Right, right.
Night night.
Oh.
Spike down mid.
I know exactly where you are.
Hey, where the spike? Hey, yeah.
You lose.
Easy.
Found my traps.
Caught one.
One's mid.
One backside. Just push him. He's one guy is holding spike. Cypher, fuck this guy.
120. Push with me, guys.
Last
Spike
player
carrier is
standing.
killed.
Spike down mid.
I have retrieved the spike.
Should have come with me.
What's the fucking main guy, bro? You could just.
Sorry. Only brought enough for me.
They are so dead. Focus now. Eyes off me.
Launching smoke.
Enemy spotted mid. Put down. I have the spike.
Gotcha.
Are you safe?
Smoke's down. Stim beacon down.
Last player standing.
Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush it.
Push कर जाना यहाँ smoke
Right
दे रहा हूँ
here.
यहाँ smoke दे रहा हूँ यहाँ smoke
Right here.
please
Fully smoked. Stim beacon here. Down and out. Molly.
Reloading.
Spike dropped.
I have the spike. You will not kill my allies!
Last
Carrier's
player
down.
standing. Spike down A.
Open up the sky.
Match point.
It seems these strangers want me dead.
Yeah, silence first.
Reloading. Reloading.
Launching smoke. Molly.
Reloading.
Spike down mid.
Get out of my way!
Stim beacon here.
Reloading. Get out of here. Headshot.
Spike down mid.
I have the spike.
Somebody is upset that I don't care about animals.
Today is another one of those videos where I reach out to someone who's heaps and bounds more popular than I am in the hopes that maybe
one enemy remaining.
I might...
Grenade!
Plant the spike.
Here comes the
There can only be one.
reach them, or at least their audience. And today it's about
Give me a
Asmongold.
moment.
Asmongold
need
is a
to set
popular
back up.
streamer. He's known for his gaming and his more mature takes on things. And I'm
So
hoping
true. So true. Absolutely.
that with his maturity, I could shed light on something that in the future will definitely be seen as more of an atrocity than it is today. There's
Okay.
two videos I saw by Asmongold that kind of raised my eyebrows. One of them was like a stream clip where he was with Maya, who's like a wildlife conservationist.
Yes.
Enemy spotted A.
Holy
Enemy
smoke!
spotted A.
Stim beacon down.
Spike down A.
She was talked loudly and veganism before. I've done a video on her before, and I was
Last player standing.
Boys, today we have a very this was actually so fucking fun.
Defenders win.
I remember whenever we did this, I had so much fucking fun doing this. Special part of the show. Today, we are going to be taking a look at some real life animals. No longer in game, in real life. We're here with Maya. And I like how Jenny's just standing there. And she's like, yeah, true, yeah. She had no fucking idea what was going on, yeah. Look at it. She's just awkwardly standing there. Also her friend, and they're going to be showing us a number of these wild animals, and I am honestly, guys, I'm really excited for this.
And he is an eastern fox squirrel. Wow.
Can't believe it. It's a real squirrel, and he's in the house.
So this is a guy who's...
Because usually they don't get in the house. Yeah, usually they don't get in the house, like, cause it's just no, it's like, cause I could get one, like, I could get like this close to the squirrel, but he would not let me pet him, man.
To have an incredible interest in animals. He seems to want to respect them
they're
or
cute.
care for them. You know, at least understands that they are these individuals and, you know, they're at risk and need to be cared for. Then the other video that drew my attention to the problem was a recent video where he was cooking up a steak.
Yep.
So I've wanted to do this for a while. A lot of people have asked for it, and we're finally going to do it. Today, I'm going to show you all how I cook a steak.
There it
It's
is.
really interesting how on his
Here we
wall-
go. The problem is the steak. Let's do it.
He has a horse in like a calendar. I do wonder how he'd feel if that steak were comprised of a body of one of those horses, or maybe the horse in that picture. Would it make...
Well, I've eaten McDoubles from McDonald's, so I've probably already eaten horse meat. This was a calendar for my mom. It's not my calendar. Yeah, I'd eat a horse, sure, if it tasted good. Why wouldn't I? It tastes good.
maybe make him feel some different type of way? Or better yet, maybe if that were the corpse of a Rottweiler or some dog, or if it were comprised of the bodies of some of the animals he had a chance to interact with, would...
My dad used to hunt squirrels and kill them and eat them. Back in the old days. Yeah, because they didn't have a lot of money back then. And whenever he was growing up. So, yeah, he used to hunt down them little fuckers and just get them and eat them. Same with rabbits and shit, too.
he feels somewhat differently. I understand that this is something that we see as very normal, very necessary, something that's just kind of part of life.
Oh, it's not necessary. It's just that steaks are good. Yeah, that's about it. They're delicious. I love steaks. If they weren't good, I wouldn't eat them. Do you want to know why I don't eat pork chop? Is because I think steaks are better. Every pork chop I eat is a steak I don't eat. Why would I ever eat a pork chop?
But if we genuinely take the time to think about it, there is no relevant moral difference between these animals and the animals who you would value. That would mean some of them you can just kind of
Well,
slip.
of course there are. It's because it's your cat. Maybe this is going to be a hot take. I don't care if people eat cats or dogs or not. Doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, you eat a dog, it's fine to me. What's wrong with that? It's a dog. You eat the dog. Now, I've heard dogs don't taste good. So I don't want to eat a dog. They don't taste good. Cats probably taste like shit. They smell like shit. They eat their own ass. Of course they smell like shit, right? I don't want to eat that. But no, I got no problem with that. Yeah. You know, they used to, you know them little cute guinea pigs? They used to put them on a stick and eat them. Fry them up. Ain't that crazy?
Their throats, you can bolt gun them in
They
the
still
head.
do?
You can
Yeah,
kind
hell
of do
yeah,
what
brother.
you want to them in order to make a steak out of them.
Yes.
But I do take pictures of every single steak that I cook.
Yes, I do.
I cook the exact same steak every single time.
Here, I'll show you guys some of them. This is a steak that I made. That's one steak right there, as you guys can see. There's a steak. It was a delicious, absolutely a delicious fucking steak. It's really, really good. And I remember eating this one. This was a good fucking steak. And then, let's see, probably have some more over here. Let's see, where's another one? Just gotta scroll all the way down. Oh, this is another thing that I ate. It was also meat, though, that I made. Where's the other fucking steaks? Gotta find some more. Oh, here's another one right here. This is another picture of a steak. So this steak is I cooked this. It was a good steak, and I remember it was so good. I took a picture of it because it was a good fucking steak, man. That's a good one. Yeah, I thought so too. This is about where. Oh, this is whenever I got my teeth fixed. So like, there's probably not going to be that many steak pictures for a little bit here. I think that. Oh wait, no, never mind. So here's another picture. This again. This is a picture of a steak, and I cooked this steak right here. And this is another really good steak. This is a delicious, amazing steak. Let's see. Do we have any more? Oh wow! Oh, this was a big day. So this is actually whenever I cooked two steaks. So I had one steak right here, and then I had another steak that I would cook at the same time. I got two steaks. So yeah, like they were kind of small. So I was like I thought it was a pack of 5, and it turned out it was like a it wasn't. It was like a pack of 6, and so I just cooked 2 of them together. So yeah, I'll take pictures of like my steaks whenever I cook them. Like that wasn't like a joke. This is what I'm saying. Like I wasn't joking around with this.
And I take a picture of it at the end. That way I remember how good it was.
It was
It's
so
really
good.
weird how he's just kind of talking about the steak like it's an object
Yes.
and not a body part. If he were taking a body part out of a fridge, but it weren't from a cow and it were from like a dog or a cat, then suddenly we'd view this very differently.
Well, not really, because like what part of a chicken nugget is a chicken? I have no idea. But I know what a chicken legs and thighs are for a chicken. A chicken wing. We eat chicken wings all the time. We eat chicken legs all the time. You get a turkey breast and that's it. Because it's like you're eating, it's not like it's a one piece of the animal. You're eating that entire part of the animal. Like I don't get any moral conundrums eating a chicken leg versus a chicken nugget. It's the same thing. Except if it's a McNugget from McDonald's, and those are pretty good. or a spicy nugget from Wendy's.
And the public response would be incredibly different. Hello, this is a more recent version of Vegan Gaze. Reporting in because I found a video by Asmongold talking on an instance where a streamer got a cat, threw them over a chair, and fed them vodka. The kind of claim that I made about Asmongold caring about animals, I don't know with this clip. I feel like maybe other people should watch it in its full context. Didn't actually watch the video. But you seem more interested in the fact that people were probably mad about it because of who was doing it and not so much the thing being done itself.
Absolutely. It was absolutely selective outrage with Alinity. I said it was ridiculous and misplaced. It was stupid. People got way too mad about that situation. I don't give a fuck. I didn't then. I don't now. I got hate for it then. Everybody agrees with me now.
And though that is kind of true in a sense, people we dislike a lot more, we're more motivated to call them out when they do something we don't like. I found it a bit weird. He was quite nonchalant about the concept of an animal being harmed. And another thing that was kind of bizarre was that he pointed out that for him, the worst part is a double standard. That's the bit that gets to him most.
If you threw a cat on stream and it fed it vodka, I would want you banned. Yeah, I'm sure, but like, I don't know. I guess to me, this is like a weird thing. People are going to get mad about it. I don't care about this issue. I really don't. So, I mean, you can be mad about that or whatever, but I don't care about the issue.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
I think people only really, like, the only thing I would be worried about is like a double standard.
He even then points out that some people, you know, people will love animals and then they'll eat some, but he's one of those people.
If you want to say that, right, I think that people should at least be consistent and say that, you know, okay, well, I don't like any animal abuse. But I don't know. To me, as I said, it just seems like people only care about animal abuse whenever it's an animal that they think is cute. Right, and I think that's true. I'm right. I'm 100% right. I'm right again. People only care about animal abuse whenever it's cute animals. Whenever the animals aren't cute, well, I mean, you know. Oh, I mean, come on. They're fine eating other ones. I'm right. And obviously, like, the thing is that I don't really think that I'm probably the best person to base your morality off of. Another true. But I think people just care about the double standard more than anything.
So he's engaging in a double standard. Yet that seems to be the thing he's more focused on.
I think that this woman does not want to know the fact that it's not a double standard for me. It's actually not.
When someone does something to an animal.
I don't know. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. That's why I've said before. You overestimate the amount of animal abuse going on? No, I don't think that I do at all. I think that all kinds of people do stupid shit like that to their animals.
He says, yeah, loads of people do stupid stuff to animals. Well, yeah, maybe loads of people do bad things to animals. It doesn't make it okay just because loads of people do it. I found watching this quite uncomfortable, and I'm not really prepared to just say that he flat out doesn't really care about animals, you know, on this clip alone.
Oh, it's not that I don't care about animals. It's that I care about people more than I care about animals. It's very simple. Yeah, that's all.
But it did make me feel a certain type of way about his concerns.
I don't really care, personally. It's not a big deal to me. It doesn't affect me. It has nothing to do with me. Yeah. And that's basically all there is to it. Maybe I'm like a weirdo for this, but I really just don't give a fuck.
And I will say, yes, the double standard is frustrating.
Okay, here we go.
It's something to be focused on. And it's something that you're also engaging in. So if you do have a problem with it, then why are you, you know, eating a steak? Maybe he's taking...
Because it tastes good. What the hell are we talking about? Do we have to go back to square one? It's delicious. It's good. It's a good fucking steak. I don't understand. What is this?
the feigned destiny position where he's acting like he just doesn't care about animals at all, therefore it's fine to exploit and kill them. But if he would go down that route, would it be fine to exploit and kill humans if you didn't personally care about them? I'm assuming you think
Well, I don't know. Ask Nike.
That humans should be treated
or Nestle or Amazon
certain way
or McDonald's.
Does that align?
Or Walmart. I can keep going.
With other animals? And if not, what is the relevant moral difference that makes that distinction justified? But overall, public response is really not what's important. What's important is the life of that individual themselves. Like, why is it so awful, you know, to kill a dog, for example? You know, an animal we don't really have to get defensive over because we don't include them in our meals. That would be terrible, you know, to see cruel things happening to them, like their life being taken from them, or
well, it's because people are empathetic to dogs because they have them as pets. It's the same reason why a lot of people aren't into eating rabbits, because rabbits are cute. And you're like, oh, well, fuck, I don't want to eat a rabbit. That's a little cute little rabbit. But the thing is that, like, nobody, like, I've always thought, like, you gonna go and fucking like a cow tipping or something like that, to tip a cow over. Nah, bro, that's just as weird as beating up on a dog. Like, yeah, that's weird as hell. Like, what are you doing going and just beating up on an animal for? It's just stupid. It's a waste of your fucking time. But you're gonna eat a cow, that's fine with me. You eat a rabbit, that's fine too.
And harmed in some sort of way. Why? Well, because they have their own lives, and those lives are theirs. They're not ours, and then they get reaped from them. Unfortunately,
well, I mean, then they're not theirs. If you can take it, it's not theirs, is it?
Same is true for the up to trillion animals we kill every single year. We are talking about a number of animals being decimated that we couldn't even physically conceptualize. So try and imagine a trillion of anything, and then just imagine that they are individuals. I don't know if Asmon's ever explored this concept before. I do know that he kind of like hangs around in the Destiny circle, so you might have seen recently that Destiny had a terrible debate with vegan kings, where he performed perhaps the worst he's performed in a long time. It was actually terrible. So hopefully, if he were one of the people who caught that stream,
I've not seen
a chord with him. But I'm so sure at this point, everyone in the kind of online circle, especially the circle that Asmon's part of, has explored this conversation, but maybe not to the degree that is needed. Because obviously if it's a social norm, then a lot of the time we aren't really expected to, and then we don't go to the lengths to explore it as much as we would need to in order to flesh out whether or not it's actually changed. However, I do think...
Well, why would we need to change it if the stakes are good? I think that you can make a strong argument for veganism if you use it as a, like you use like the industry of, you know, farming and like animal farming and shit like this. You use it as something that's damaging towards the climate or something like that. I think you can make that argument. But why would we ever shut it down just because the stakes are good? Yeah, I mean, I don't understand, like, where's the like, am I missing something? Because a living animal is dying for your shit steak? Yeah. Well, yeah, because you'd have to kill it to get the steak. Yeah. That's what it would have to. Yeah, that's what it would happen. Yeah, we would have to do that. Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, of course. Morality reasons? Okay, so no reasons. Yeah, true.
There is a need to change, because if this steak were a dog, I think you would probably have a huge problem with it.
Yes, I would. Because it wouldn't taste as good. Yeah, it wouldn't taste as good. It would be awful. It would be yeah, like why would I want to eat a steak from a dog if it doesn't taste good? I don't care if other people want to eat dogs. I think the only problem is whenever people want to eat your dog. This is Sparky. You've had Sparky for 8 years, and some fucking neighbor comes over, wants to eat him. It's like, fuck no, this is my goddamn dog. Like, that's it. I don't understand how this is a complicated subject.
And you would see an imperative to sort that out because, you know, if you don't sort it out, the result are dogs being killed. And the problem is...
The result is not that dogs are being killed because they don't taste good. That's the reason.
Cow, can you really give a justification for why that cow is so much less valuable that now they can have their entire existence?
Well, it's the opposite. The cow is that much more valuable because it tastes a lot better. The fuck are you talking about? It's a cow. Like, yeah, it's that they're more valuable for food. How are you gonna cuddle with a cow on the sofa? It's too fucking big. So dogs are a lot easier to do that with. You can play fetch with a dog. I bet you can't play fetch with a cow. So each animal's good for different things.
From them because you wanted a specific dinner. I really don't think you'll find it, and I really hope that Asmund or some of his people see this, people who watch him. It's very unlikely, but, you know, I'm not going to really get anywhere if I don't try at least. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you've ever watched Asmongold, if there's anything that he's ever kind of said pertaining to this topic, because I'm not so familiar with his work that I'm, you know, completely aware of everything he might have said. He might have said some incredibly contradictory things, or even at one point said that he's strongly considering veganism, but something is stopping him.
Obviously, you gotta turn the bitch over.
The reason why I don't do veganism is because it takes a lot of time to think about what you are and you're not gonna eat, and it's like, now I have to worry about, like, oh fuck, like, I'm not supposed to eat something. But, like, if I want to eat something, like, I just want to eat the thing that I want to eat if it's good. But if I don't want, like, because then I have to worry about, like, fucking, like, oh, is this, like, a certain kind of cheese? Like, what am I go? So now you can't eat cheese now. Oh, my God. Like, I'm thinking about something that's not what I want to think about, which is titties and video games. So, like, every moment that I spend thinking about, like, did this come from an animal, that's the time that I'm not thinking about video games. And so, like, why would I ever do that? It's not that, like, in a perfect world, I wouldn't eat anything. Every time I have to eat, it is an inconvenience for me. I have to stop what I am doing to sit down and eat. I don't want to have to eat. I don't want to have to sleep. You just have to do these things. So if I'm going to do it, I might as well eat a steak because it cooks fast. It's like a 10-minute thing. It's done. Protein is good. Yeah. I'm not trying to make my life difficult for animals. Hey, yo, fuck them.
Either way, like many other people, he is engaging in rights violations to animals, and, you know, people don't...
Well, that's not true, because animals are not citizens. They are not in the... They do not have the Bill of Rights. Did Bessie sign the Constitution? Did Old Yeller sign the Constitution? Did the Energizer Bunny sign the Constitution? Did the Geico Gecko sign the Constitution? No. No, they did not.
See that because it's a social norm, and the more we talk about this and the more we kind of question the normality of this, then the quicker the inevitable will change. And I think it will change because it's very uncommon for someone to come along genuinely and say that they just don't care about sentient lives whatsoever, and, you know, they're happy.
Well, no, we care about it. We just care about the stakes more. So this is just like this weird fucking thing, right? It's that nobody can understand. It's not a contradictory statement. It's like if you're playing a card game and it's like 3 of a kind of 4s is going to lose to 3 of a kind of 5s. Because the 5s are better than the 4s. It's just that simple.
For it to be infinitely killed and exploited, you know, for the will of others. It's kind of a weird thing for people to say. So I just...
Well, I'm a weird guy.
think it will absolutely change. It's just we need to speed up the process because the consequence of not doing so is too dire to too many. Anyway, I do hope you're well.
I mean, I don't think that's a very strong argument that we're in, committing rights violations against animals. That's not really a very strong argument. I'm not convinced. You can care about animals' welfare is to still consume as food. Don't want my chicken tendies to come from tortured chickens. What life they have doesn't have to be crap. Yeah, sure, and somebody else can deal with that. I personally don't care. It's not that I don't care. It's that I care about other things more. So, like, in a world where I have the ability to care about police brutality, homelessness, like human rights violations, stuff like that, like, and I'm like, nope. So what about these chickens? So how are they doing? How are these chickens? How are they doing? What's going on with these chickens here? We gotta solve this. And so yeah, supporting homeless veterans. Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, are they eating good? Yeah. Are they getting petted? Are we petting the chickens before we kill them? It's not that I don't care. It's that I just care about other things more. That's all.
Thank you so much for watching. Please do smash like and leave a comment. And until next time, lads. I will see you soon.
We'll see what some of the comments are on this. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, I can't wait to see this. This is gonna be fucking amazing. It's a bad video, to be honest. I think that you can. I am not a person, by the way. I'm not a person. Somebody linked it to me. That's how I found it. I'm not a person who looks down and makes fun of vegans, okay? I'm totally fine with people that are vegans. I respect people that are vegans. It's their own life, it's their own decision. Yeah, I think it's totally fine. I've got nothing wrong with it. Animal rights don't make sense. Tell the crocodile that wildebeest have rights and see what happens. Bro, you're not going to explain it to somebody like this. You're not going to get it. And even if the thing is, like, even if you agreed that they do have rights, who gives a fuck? They still taste good. So there it is, bro. It's steak time. That's what it is. Yeah, no more steak videos. Oh, we're going to have more of them now. The argument was dumb as fuck. Yeah. I mean, like, a fair amount of your chat is being legit. So it's fine if I eat human meat. Well, who is it? Who is it? Yeah, okay, Jeffrey, chill. Oh, that was the guy that ate people? I forgot who that was. Let's see, you're trying to critique the habits of a millionaire that eats $2 steaks cooked in the most garbage way possible and gets excited for spicy nuggets to come back at Wendy's. A man who took a bite out of a salad and had an expression like he'd just watched someone die. True. Asthma reminds me so much of my childhood. Living in a hoarder house with a diet of 80% soda, 10% McDonald's nuggets, and 10% steaks. I don't know how to explain exactly how much my narrow palate makes only eating rice and beans and vegetables easier, but it's incredibly difficult to get accustomed to fiber. Asmongold wouldn't give a fuck if the steak was a horse. I'm sure he'd be excited because it's unusual. Thank God I found my boy. Scrolling through the vegan gang members in the comment section, people are delusional as fuck. For real, point out the delusion. Yeah, exactly. I watch him a lot, and the thing, and is the thing that brought me here. I was wondering why he chose him out of all major league people to do it. Because I watch videos and react to them, probably, maybe. I have no idea. I chose him because he has an audience. I want to reach an audience, people with broader audience pursuing the action, not just him if I make a video of doing it. Yeah, a social norm doesn't mean something is right. If it's a social norm to publicly execute people in the Western world at one point, yeah, it's possible and requires an explanation whenever the outcome is exploiting and killing some. Yeah, that's correct. Another thing, he is disgusted by vegetables. To be honest, I was repulsed by vegetables 2 years ago into veganism. Actually super easy to avoid veggies. Common Asmongold W. Let me see if there's any more of these. Yes. So anyway, because of our video, I will eat a steak tomorrow. Well, here's the thing. Write a comment, piss her off? No, I don't really care. Like, she's entitled to her opinion, right? Same as I am. That's just the way it goes. And this is kind of what I was saying earlier in the stream. Is like, it doesn't really matter what other people's opinions of you are, because you can still do whatever you want regardless of if people are okay with it or not. And I think that's one of the greatest things about streaming. It's one of the greatest things about being alive and, you know, being on the internet, is that you can have whatever opinion you want. I mean, outside of, you know, denying that COVID is real. But other than that, you know, you can say the moon landing's fake and everybody's okay with it. So the thing is, like, anybody can have their opinion. Like, I don't get mad. Like, she didn't make it personal, really. Like, this is a fine video. I don't care if people disagree with me on this. It's totally okay. Why would I get, why would I be upset about it? These same people that are super pro-abortion rights, ask them to define life, ask them how they get stuck in their pro-abortion argument. Yeah, well, luckily, we don't have those moral conundrums here, okay? Yeah, luckily, this is not a problem for us over here at, fucking Asmongold TV and, Zach Rar TV. It's not going to be a concern. Forgot runs cooks a piece of Cock and Balls company. Was she? Okay, yeah, sure. In like this perfect world, we wouldn't have to be lost to eat meat. Bamboozled, how is toxic being towards her, literally uncalled for. Well, the thing is, if you want to call this is the reality, right? If you want to fucking call somebody out and assert yourself as a moral authority to tell them how they need to live their life, now you are invading their personal space, and you are saying you need to do what I want you to do because I believe it's the right thing, then people are gonna fucking take offense to that because they don't want to be told what to do. It's just what I've said before. So yes, of course people don't like being told what to do by some random fucking person. Who cares? People do the same thing with me all the time. It's just what happens. They're livestock farm animals. Why does that bring the weak argument that you won't eat a dog? She's searching for attention. Why is she addressing larger audiences? Well, she's trying to get her message out. I don't really care. I don't know. I think it's good content, right? Like, I don't care about any of this other stuff, man. And let's not forget that Asmongold said depends on the human to eat them. Hey, you know, hey, there's some people. Listen, there was one guy. I think this guy is like in like China, Japan, or something like that. He killed this girl. And he went to literally eat her ass, and it turned out that it didn't taste good, so he had to eat other parts of her body instead. Was it Japan? Yeah, it was fucking Japan. Oh my god. So yeah, I mean, there's plenty of crazy shit that happens. I remember I watched the video on my stream. Let's see here. And what's this here? Asmongold, in my opinion, is a lost cause. He doesn't care about people in the way that most do, nor their opinion. I watch his content only to see his reactions to other YouTubers because he's intelligent enough to have a good perspective on situations. Well, that's quite a compliment. Yeah, that's what a great compliment. This off for a day or two, but it's time. So apparently Pokimane made like a new thing of food.
Pokimane has responded to allegations that she is selling some people called it a scam, other people are calling it a rip-off. If you didn't know, Pokimane released brand new cookies called Miner. She pitched these cookies as the next new snack, health snack that they've created.
We basically made this brand because why are there not more snacks that are simply healthy, tasty? So yes, we never call.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's all you need? Like, you just eat beef jerky the whole day. It is healthy. What do you mean? Beef jerky's fucking healthy as shit.
Compromise on taste, but we prioritize health. health is also a non-negotiable.
Her website claimed they created these cookies. Everything alluded to the fact that these were new original creations from Pokimane and her team, and they've been working over 2 years to bring this to market.
Sorry, I love seeing these behind me. Like, it brings me so much joy. 2 years, bro. 2 years!
It then got exposed that there's actually cookies from Costco called Midnight Mini Cookies from Tootsie. Which had the exact same nutritional values as Pokimane's cookies, looked exactly the same as Pokimane's cookies, and have the exact same name as Pokimane's cookies. The only difference was Pokimane's cookies had vitamin D in it. These cookies were only $10 for 14 ounces. Pokimane's cookies were 16 ounces of these cookies was $28. A ridiculous markup for an existing product. Pokimane got called out.
That's a lot, holy shit.
About this. I made a video about it showing what a cash grab it truly is.
Yeah.
This isn't something that's a labor of love. It isn't a passion project. Pokimane has slapped her name on these bags of cookies, promoted it as her own, said she created it, and marked up the price. Well, she has responded to these allegations of them being like a scam, rip-off.
Yeah, I saw some stuff about this. I didn't really know what to expect, right? Because, like, usually this is the thing with Pokimane, is that I think Pokimane gets a lot of, like, unnecessary criticism. So whenever I first heard about this, I just assumed it was bullshit. So I'm actually kind of curious to know what really happened. This sounds necessary to me. Well, what I'm saying is, like, historically, like, that's not really the case. Like, usually, like, you know, Pokimane, I remember, like, for example, like, whenever the Sniper Wolf thing happened, people, like, there was a super viral tweet about how Pokimane and Sniper Wolf were the same. And it's like, nah, bro, not really. Like, no, they're not. But, like, everybody thinks that, so it's, you know.
And she certainly changed her tune about making these products and a new creation that she's invented. The batch of minor cookies we're currently shipping were made 3 weeks ago. They are not a dropship product, and we own our formula. The cookies they are being compared to were also made by our manufacturer, Creation Foods, which specializes in healthy foods. The compared cookies had one test batch sold before they were retired. Months later, we partnered with Creation Foods and fell in love with the flavor profile of the Midnight Cookie. We then decided to work together to refine and improve the formula. We're really happy with the final product. Yeah, so this is what was completely omitted and left out by Pokimane and her team. And why you were called out is because you've admitted that you're now refining and improving the formula, when actually you were pitching it as a new creation, something you created and came up with. In your video, Pokimane, you talk about how there's no options for healthy snacks.
We basically made this brand because why are there not more snacks that are simply healthy, tasty? So yes, we never compromise on taste, but we prioritize health. Health is also a non-negotiable.
Well, you found the option and marked up.
I'm gonna be real. I think if you're looking for a healthy snack, you gotta eat beef jerky. Calling it healthy is weird. Yeah, I don't know. Is it healthy or not? How about don't snack and have some self-control? Well, people don't do that. The originals were gluten-free. They just added vitamin D. Cookies aren't healthy. No way she's making money. Is this what business looks like? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the cookies aren't bad for you, right? It's just that, like, she's maybe selling them at a markup.
The price, and then go to say, well, I wouldn't ask you guys to buy something if it isn't worth the money.
I don't want you guys spending your money on something unless it's really, really worth it.
These are selling at $10. You're selling yours at $28, only 2 ounces more. It's quite clear what we have here is a complete cash grab. She goes on, while the ingredients list may look similar, they are entirely different in terms of ingredient quality, quantity / ratio, sourcing, the size / texture of the cookie, and of course, the added vitamin D.
I could maybe believe this in terms of, like, the quality. I actually could believe that part, but I don't know.
Pokimane can go on about, like, guys, we refined the formula. It's so different. The ingredients are exactly the same. Look at the ingredients list between the two. I'm going to read out the ingredients list for the Toasties cookies and put Pokimane's cookie up and tell me how much they're the same. Gluten-free flour blend, almond flour, organic cassava flour, organic coconut flour, palm oil, organic coconut sugar, white chips, sugar, palm, kernel and oil, natural flavor, sunflower and salt, cocoa powder, organic agave syrup, soluble tapioca fiber, vanilla extract, baking soda, sea salt, natural chocolate flavor. The only thing they added was mushroom powder.
Mushroom powder? Who the fuck wants that? It's like putting out your own burger by selling a literal Big Mac, but then adding some random vitamin and claiming it's your own IP? I don't know.
Which is where the vitamin D comes from. The nutritional values are all exactly the same.
Yeah.
I don't know how much quality or difference there is, but the cookie looks the same, has the exact same nutritional values, and the ingredients are the exact same. So Pokimane can throw this bullshit.
I think that it's fair for... The only thing that I think is fair is to say that it could be that the quality of the ingredients is different. Like, for example, if you're making a shirt, the type of fabric and things that you make a shirt with, they're going to... This is a spectrum. It's the same with building, like, anything, like a computer, right? You're using... you know, like top of the line RAM versus RAM that's just like sold and there's like it's sold wholesale, right? Like the quality is going to be different. Like the food, cleaner chemicals. Yeah, no, I'm just saying like it'll change the nutritional values if you have better ingredients. See, I was wondering about that. I thought about that myself. I don't know if that's the case or not. Mushroom powder in the walls. Yeah, hard to believe her after the initial lie, to be honest. So people don't believe this because of like her saying that it was original and then like the cookies are about the same.
Get out there like, guys, we're sourcing in different places, this and that. It's pretty clear they've just got the same product and slapped her logo on it and her face. Like the video right now if you agree. Refining formulas is a very common practice in the food industry. Plus, around 70 to 80% of the foods you see in the grocery stores are white labeled. So now she's using, guys, you know, everyone does white labeling. People do this all the time. The difference is, Pokimane, these big food companies and brands don't go on camera and start saying, I've made this really amazing product, 2 years in the works, guys.
Sorry, I love seeing these behind me. Like, it brings me so much joy. 2 years, bro. 2 years.
It's amazing.
I do think that, like, I do think companies, yeah, they do that all the time. Like, they all say this stuff. Yeah, I don't think this is, like, anything unique to Pokimane.
I've never found any healthy snacks before, but now you can get one.
We basically made this brand because why are there not more snacks that are simply healthy, tasty? So yes, we never compromise on taste, but we prioritize health. Health is also a non-negotiable. Sorry, I love seeing these behind me. Like, it brings me so much joy. 2 years, bro. 2 years!
Blatantly lying to everyone to try and push your shitty product. And once you get outed, only then are you writing this notes and coming clean with what actually happened. Pricing.
And this is an issue that a lot of content creators run into, and I think it's been happening a lot recently. And I kind of have like a very personal experience with this too. A lot of you guys might know. Is that whenever you're a content creator and you're selling a t-shirt or you're selling a hoodie or a pair of sweatpants, right? Like this is the Wild West shirt that I have that like Nick and Milena made. And I really like it, but at the end of the day, like you're basically buying, you're buying merchandise to support a content creator, right? And I think the problem is that whenever you go into an industry and you try to start selling a product based off of like that's in a like an existing industry, like for example computers or food like this or anything else, you run into like a completely different set of expectations and basically things that people want out of a product, such as like Mr. Beast Feastables, etc. So what a tame ass take? No. Let me go ahead and get to my point. Right? Is that this is a problem that we ran into with Starforge. Like that's my point. Is that we've literally had this happen. Is that whenever Starforge launched, we obviously had a lot of pricing that people didn't agree with. They didn't like the pricing. They said, oh, the product should be better. It should be a different price. You should use these things instead. And we took all of those things into consideration and we improved the product to make it better because it exists in a market that's outside of our own influence. Because whenever you're asking a person to buy, you know, a $20 t-shirt or something like that, it's not really that big of a deal, right? But whenever you're asking somebody to buy, you know, a $3,000 computer, it's a much bigger deal. And you're competing in a space that's a lot bigger than yourself. So like content creators, you can't just you can't take the same strategy of making YouTube videos and making doing Twitch streams. You can't take this and apply it to selling an actual product, because an actual product is going to be judged individually and externally from yourself. So if you're selling a product and people don't like that product, think it's a scam or something like that, you can't just label all of this as like hate, or you can't label all of it as, you know, the people don't understand, because it turns into a situation where the age-old saying is actually true: the customer is always right. Is selling bathwater? Yeah. Well, the thing is selling bathwater would be better, because nobody's going into buying bathwater thinking that it's anything more than a meme. And that's the point that I'm making, is that people buy shirts and they buy bathwater or something like that, and they know that it's a meme. But whenever you're trying to sell a genuine product, people are going to compare it to other genuine products. And like, we've had this happen. That's how I know. It's not quite right. It'd be like Starforge purchased a pre-built computer from iBuyPower, took the logo, replaced it with Starforge. Well, the point is that, like, I mean, of course, like, you can never make a one-to-one comparison with anything. I'm just saying, in a general sense, this is a problem that I think a lot of content creators are running into, is that they're trying to sell their products, because, like, the reason why content creators are doing this is because it makes money, right? Like, let's be honest, this is the big reason. People are getting older. You know, maybe they don't want to stream forever. Like, there are very few people that I think, if you ask them, like, if I were to think, like, who are the people that are still going to be streaming 50 years from now, there's a very, very small list of who that is. I think a lot of people plan on retiring and moving away from streaming, stuff like that, right? SQC, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, we know, obviously, like, there's all the usual suspects. But the point that I'm making is that a lot of people also are not like that. They want to move past it after a certain period of time or whatever. And this is how they're trying to do that. And I just hope that, like, more people that are making these products, they need to understand that, like, whenever you're making a product and you're selling it to a market, you can't rely on just the value of, like, your brand. And I think a good example of this, right? Nobody has a bigger brand than Mr. Beast, right? But he canceled the Mr. Beast burger because it was making him look bad. Because he's trying to go into a market that he didn't fully have control over and understanding of, and it ended up hurting him. So you have to make a good product. You can't rely on just people buying it because they like your stream. My point is that whenever you sell a product that people buy for a function, the buyer and the customer has a different set of expectations. That's my point. It's okay for somebody to buy it, to price up a t-shirt, because people don't buy it for, like, a specific function in the same way they buy food for a specific function, especially if it's, quote, health food. You're deflecting, though? Address that. Wait, am I misunderstanding something? What am I deflecting? Address the fact that she slapped her name on an existing product and called it her own? Okay, I mean, I'm pretty sure that probably happened. Do you think that was disingenuous? Yes and no. The problem also is, like, a lot of companies do this. Are these companies also being disingenuous? Yeah, I think they are. And this is also, like, the double-edged sword of, like, content creator marketing. Like, a lot of companies do this, a lot of people do this, so it's okay? I mean, yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard for me to go and torch somebody for doing something that's a common industry practice. It is. Like, I'm not gonna torch somebody for that. Yeah, it's like, what are we doing here? A lot of people steal. Is it okay to steal now? Well, you think this is the same as stealing? I don't think so. So this is kind of the problem with, like, influencer marketing. Is that whenever you do influencer marketing, what ends up happening is that you get way more scrutiny for things that in a certain industry, it is. No, it's not. It's not the same as stealing. If you think it's the same as stealing, you're stupid. Like, just stop. Like, I'm willing to talk about this in a real way, but there are a lot of people who are, I think, being unreasonable here. So what's the point? The point is that whenever you're a content creator making a product, whenever you're selling it to an audience of people who aren't familiar with what the industry does or what things like this, like, a lot of companies white label stuff. This happens constantly. If you guys seen like how many store brands there are that are cheaper, and then like the name brand is basically the same fucking thing, people buy the name brand. People do this constantly. Like it happens all the time. Like go around in Walmart and just look at all the different things in the store. Making excuses for him? Yeah, kind of, but not really. Like, so basically what I'm saying is that I think that this is a problem with discussing somebody like Pokimane, is that because people have such strong opinions about them, they're not willing to look at it and think. They're just looking to burn the witch. They're looking to immediately shit on the person, and any type of a nuanced conversation that doesn't just outright just completely condemn her triggers people and they lose their mind. I'm saying this isn't really good. I'm not saying it's good. I never said that it was good. All I'm saying is that whenever you're doing something like this, there are a number of factors to consider, and I'm one of the only people who can talk about this that has an experience with it. Who else knows it better than me? Very few. People can't handle nuanced takes. Yes, exactly. She's gonna deserve it though. It's all about her deserving it, and that's my point, right? Is it's all about people shitting on her because she deserves this. Oh, well, she deserves this. I don't care about that. And I want to make sure everybody understands this. There are a lot of times where I defend things that I wish I didn't really have to, but it's just simply something that isn't true, or I think that it's inaccurate. Who gives a fuck? I do. I think that it's important for people to look at things and base their feelings and their thoughts on things in reality. And to the extent that you do something that is not in line with reality, you are making a mistake. This is a bias. Just take the L? Why would I take the L from something I didn't do? What is the L? See, this is the kind of person that makes comments like this. What is your fucking... Oh my god. No, never mind. I'm not even going to read that. You think it's disingenuous? No, I don't think it's disingenuous at all. Appreciate the content dude made the screen. Yeah. And kind of scammy. I think that, yeah, you are misleading people. But, like, do you understand the difference of, like, for example... Everybody knows that whenever a content creator is selling t-shirts, they're selling them up at a massive markup, right? Like the t-shirt's like $25 t-shirt, it doesn't cost $25, right? Like we all know this. And so because there's the tremendous markup on t-shirts, but nobody really complains about this, right? Like, yeah, obviously, like somebody is going to say, oh, this is too much money in chat, but like you don't get videos made about this. You don't get like people, you know, this isn't like a trending topic on Twitter. If Logan Paul did this exact same thing, would you defend it? Would I mean, yes and no. Like Logan Paul has a history of scamming people. Pokimane doesn't have a history of scamming people. That's the difference. She does now. Well, and if she does it again, this would be in consideration. She does now, exactly. Yeah, the context matters. Logan does the same. He has a drink brand. And yeah, I think I've shit on Prime too, already. Food products are a bigger gray area. Health food products are a scam. And that's the point that I'm trying to get at, right? Is that whenever you have a health food, people are going to evaluate the value of that health food differently than they would evaluate the value of a content creator's t-shirt or Belle Delphine bath water. Because they're looking at this health food to provide a specific value. And that's the point that I'm making. If people don't understand that and they think this is somehow me defending her, you're fucking stupid.
Happened. Pricing. Making a healthy and quality snack with real gluten-free ingredients and added vitamins is not a cheap practice. Oh, what? So adding vitamin D to your cookie jacks the price up over 2 times the original price? Yeah, sure. If you've been following me for some time, you know I rarely take sponsorships because I try to be mindful of promoting or endorsing products. I haven't sold merch in years. I cap my donations. And frankly, if I wanted a cash grab, it'd be silly to do that for a startup because they're extremely unlikely to profit in the first few years. Yep. No, you're not talking about a business startup in the traditional sense where, yes, business startups rarely profit in their first few years. If you're an influencer launching a product, you want to go for the Prime effect. Prime have generated over $1.2 billion in revenue.
I know, I see that Prime, it's in like my local gas station. A lot of people like Prime. Yeah, people fucking love it. How's it even a scam? You buy $28 cookies, you bought $28 cookies. She didn't tell people it cured cancer, she sold cookies. I am very much not a fan of people saying that certain types of foods have health benefits. I don't think that you should be able to say that something has a health benefit. I think that takes it into a completely different category. Like if you're selling cookies, you know, that doesn't really matter because they're cookies. If they're, oh wow, I can't believe the cookies are unhealthy. The problem is 3 times the price. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's like good. I don't think that's like is it a scam? I don't think that's a scam. I don't think it's a scam. The reason why it's a scam, so let me explain. It is, no it's not. It's not a scam. Let me explain what a scam is. A scam is whenever you buy something and you get something else. That's what a scam is. This is just simply overpriced. These are 2 very different things.
To Logan Paul this year, the scammer, there's no comparison to an actual startup. This is an influencer cash grab. You know that you could make shitloads of money. Why else would you launch a cookie? You're trying to cash in. You're trying to join the Prime hype. You got caught doing it in the most lazy possible way. This whole rebuttal is complete bullshit. I don't know anything about food, but I damn well know adding vitamin D does not jack the price up that much. Plus, any profits we make goes directly back into creating more quality products. Yeah, thanks for telling us how a business works. You're also going to make money off the profits. Stop acting like, guys, I'm going to give myself a massive pat on the back. I don't take donations as much anymore after rinsing you for years. I don't make merch anymore after rinsing you for years because I've made...
I don't think that taking donations is rinsing people, and I don't think that selling shirts is rinsing people. I think this is a bit over the line. I do. I think this is... That's very, very high. Like, I get what he's trying to say, sure. But I think that this is a huge reach. Like, taking donations and allowing people to give you money, this is crazy. I don't know. You buy it? Yeah. Should abuse viewers' confidence? That's a big problem, mate. Abuse people's what confidence? I'm confused. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that. People saying farts in a jar, who cares? Yeah, I mean, I think that rinsing somebody is basically scamming them, right? These are synonymous. Unless she's saying that, like, I'll be your girlfriend if you donate money, or I'll do this for you if you donate money, she's not scamming people. She's not rinsing anybody by taking donations or selling merchandise. If you buy a $100 t-shirt from Kanye West, Pokimane, me, or Kavos here, you're not getting rinsed. Because you spent $100 and you got the thing that you spent the money for. I think that scams are totally fucking different. And I would really like if we could distinguish between things that are scams and things that are overpriced. Because these are 2 dramatically different things. I think conflating the 2 does a disservice to things like CryptoZoo that was an actual fucking scam.
So much money, but now I'm making a product. It's lazy, it's shit. It got exposed, but come on guys, can't you see how much I haven't been taking money? It's just us taking the audience for fools, taking the audience for mugs, and most of fans will buy this because it's worded in a way where they can get behind it and love it. That's what this is for. It's not for people like me or you who really understand the fuckery at work right now. This is just so her fans can get behind it and buy it after a disastrous launch. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like the video if you agree it's a complete bullshit cash grab. Comment below, every comment I read, so make sure you leave your comments. Thank you for watching. Until next time, fuck off.
Tari, I love seeing these behind me. Like, it brings me so much joy. 2 years, bro. 2 years.
Uh-oh. So let's see. I'll read some comments about this. I know people are very opinionated about this topic. This is always a very popular thing. People get mad about this. Here's the video. Make sure you give it a like. I think that, again, like, you know, talking about this stuff, keeping people accountable for this kind of thing, very reasonable, very fair. I do think, you know, kind of went a little bit overboard with, like, you know, hate on Pokimane. But, you know, for the most part, I think that, you know, the criticism is valid. Let's see here. Is using words violently in an attempt to arouse emotions. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't really like her. I think that's the reason why. The 100% rage bait, it's a non-issue. I'd never buy them because they're too expensive. Yeah, I think so too. It wouldn't be so bad if she was just more honest about the product. She was just being disingenuous. So people find it to be disingenuous that the, I mean, I think that's fair to say, right? I mean, that's definitely fair. You know, if she's selling a product and, you know, people are like, okay, well, we're going to try this out. It's like a new product and everything. And then there's like something that's, you know, almost one for one at Costco that's made by the same manufacturer, that she even admits that, you know, that is going to kind of hurt people's credibility. Absolutely. I mean, what does McConnell think about it? Yeah, sure. Do you feel like she could have potentially taken 2 years for licensing, research, and rebranding? Maybe more research goes into white labeling for people who aren't well versed on it, so it seems easy than actually doing the research. Rebranding is a feat for her. That did take 2 years. No, I don't think the Pokemon really did a lot of this at all. I think that she probably had people that were working with her that did it. I mean, I know that with anything that I do, that's the case, right? I'm obviously involved with the process, but the people that are the boots on the ground actually making the decisions and doing different things, all of those cases are, all of those cases are times where like other people are doing stuff too, much more so than I am. Of the video, it's not $28 for a bag. I think that he's comparing it would be $28 for like the same equivalent size of this. That's what I think is going to happen. I do think it's an issue. My opinion, it's like you give zero about your community and content, just milk people for milking already set for life. Yeah, I don't know. I think that again, like there's a lot of content creators, and this is just really something that, you know, like whether it's Pokimane or anybody else that's making.
My YouTube comment section. A few months back, I made a video titled "The Air."
This was recommended to me. I don't know what it is, but I know I need to watch it. Inside the Mind of Tectone. That's what the video is titled, and it says the gaming whales have spoken. Here we go. Tectone's free to play. Tectone could be free to play in the next 10 Hoyoverse games, and he still won't make up for the fact that he spent $400,000 on Genshin Impact. You don't just undo that with like, oh, I'm not pay to win in this one game. It might have only been like 300.
Have you ever wondered what makes a whale whale? What compels them to spend thousands of dollars on pick?
Let me see here. Last $2,000 last time I checked. That was before I bought Wraith's new heirloom, though. Went through my purchase history, and it added up to $2,567. Oh my god.
Pixels and colors. What makes them such a destructive force in the gaming industry? To really know that answer, we'd probably have to speak to their therapist. So instead, we're going to settle with their replies in my YouTube comment section. A few months back, I made a video.
Bro,
so instead,
I love it. Dude, this is gaming in 2023. There it is, boys. This is gaming.
Settle with their replies in my YouTube comment section. A few months back, I made a video titled "The Era of Wallet Gamers," in which we took a bit of a deep dive into some of the degenerate whaling behavior.
Oh my god, bro. This is JP, man. Oh my god, from Diablo Immortal. It's him, yeah, bro. This is the guy, bro. This guy wailed so hard in Diablo Immortal. His item level and combat rating was so high, nobody could even play against him.
And watched a few people embarrass themselves.
He was literally on another level.
Yeah. No, totally. I mean, look, it's like...
And that video sort of blew up.
And
so
that
of
was
course
only
he got
10K. You think about that. Yeah, Rich, you thought Rich was bad. Bro, some people spent way more. Holy shit. Now he's gone? Yeah, now Rich is gone. But besides that, there's a lot of other people that have spent crazy money too.
Attention of several whales who took offense to my comments that I made in the video.
Yeah.
But that's what the YouTube comment section is for their chance to respond. So let's take a look at the responses.
Yikes! We call all you guys pocket watchers. Just because you don't have the funds to enjoy a game in whatever way you choose, don't mean others don't. Half you guys waste money on drugs, going out to eat, and shoot clubbing every weekend.
Shoot clubbing? What the fuck does that even mean?
Add it all up and see how much you spent. Ain't no difference. This is some people's club/drug, and that is fine. One life to live, whatever makes you happy, you spend your money. If you die tomorrow, you cannot take it with you.
Yeah, but what if you don't die tomorrow and you just in debt because you bought some stupid shit in the game? Like, that's still kind of dumb, right? And like, also, like, isn't it dumb to spend $1,000 at a club too? Like, how is it that like, oh, well, if one of them isn't dumb, then how can mine be dumb? Well, what if they're all dumb? And also, like, if you want to do it, just do it. spend your money the way you want, right? But like, you can't expect other people to not be allowed to have an opinion on it. Like, nobody's saying you're not allowed to whale in a game, but if you do, not everybody is going to be like, wow, bro, you're so good at the game.
Okay, first of all, pocket watchers.
That's just funny.
All right, guys, you heard it here first.
Pocket
We're being
watchers.
labeled as pocket watchers. Go ahead and wear that badge of honor with pride. Second, this gentleman equates whaling with drugs. So here's where we actually do agree, so that's nice.
Ooh.
And lastly, he acknowledges that we can't take our microtransactions with us when we die. It's almost like he's arguing against microtransactions here with that point, but whatever. So this is a pretty common response.
I mean, I think that really he's right. I mean, if he's spending money on a game and he's enjoying it, good for him. I'm happy for him. As long as he's happy.
I see echoed in other comments as well, and that it's because we're poor, and that if we were rich, we'd be spending like whales too.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest copes out there for whales, that if people had money like them, they'd be whaling too. Wrong. A lot of us out here have an IQ above room temp, so we aren't going to be spending thousands on pixels, even if we do have the money. And a lot of us do, we just spend it on things that actually matter. If you've made the mistake like I have of buying microtransactions in the past,
for me, here's how I see it, is that if I'm playing a game and like if I'm doing it for stream content, then yeah, I'll whale and spend money. Who gives a shit, right? Because it's, in my opinion, like, oh, it's a business expense. But if I'm playing a game on a personal level and I feel like other people can spend money to get ahead of me, then why would I play the game? Because I know I can outspend them. I know I'll win if I just spend more money. So what's the point? You see what I'm saying? Like, I could spend $10,000 on a game. It's whatever. Okay, so then I win. Okay, great. Who gives a shit? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you didn't win anything. Yeah, it's stupid. Yay. Yeah, yay. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. It doesn't matter. But that can apply to everything. But it can't, though, because, like, being able to overcome a challenge in a game or being able to beat somebody on a fair playing field means something totally different than being able to spend more money and having more disposable income. These are two completely different things.
it doesn't take long to realize it's just a temporary dopamine hit that almost immediately makes you feel buyer's remorse. So I don't know how some of these copers are out here spending 5 to 6 figures on just microtransactions. In fact,
well, I think a lot of people do it because it makes them happy. And they want to get the new characters in the game, and they are addicted. Like, a lot of these things, like every single microtransaction, like gacha stuff, most of them are basically gamba. So it's like, well, why do people gamble? Oh, I mean, there you go. That's the reason. And money can buy happiness? Yeah, exactly. Or just cosmetics. I think that if you, like, there is a very big difference between, like, cosmetics and gacha. I think that the whales only really happen in gacha games. Like, I'm sure you have some that are not in gacha games, but most people that spend $10,000 in a game spend that money on some form of roulette system that the game has. It's not like they're buying $10,000 worth of skins in the store. Some people, I'm sure this is possible, but the majority of them, I think, are usually doing some gamba system. I think it's also very telling that, you know, this is, I believe it to be true. And every single time, like, what enables people to overspend thousands of dollars is gamba. Well, I think that says a lot, doesn't it?
let's hear from one such fellow in the next comment who came out swinging like he's God's greatest keyboard warrior.
Boom,
Lie
bitch!
about my $14,000 in COD mobile skins. It's not your money. You didn't earn it. If I want to look fresh, I'm not dumping 200 hours into a game just to get something slightly better looking than the default Slin. You can grind that all you like, because you have no job. I'm not going to tell you to get a job or education, because I'm not a need-do little
little crybaby. Yeah, I can see why he doesn't need to tell other people to get a job or an education. Maybe he should say that to himself. Yeah, this is definitely true. There's nothing wrong. Like, if you want to spend $14,000 in COD Mobile, did he spend this money on a gacha system? I don't play COD Mobile. I have no idea. Was this with a gotcha system? Yes, my point exactly. Again, every single person that's like a high spender with these games, they're all doing it through Gamba.
Okay, wait for it. It's about to get really good. How is my gun turning your dead body into a snowman? Or green puddle of condensed scrub juice reducing your fun? You sound like you're mad that high IQ people have more money to spend. What a joke.
I don't know if saying that you're high IQ is a good argument for why you spend $14,000 on a mobile video game. Like, I feel like that's not the argument that I would use. In fact, it would be more like the opposite.
This is a prime example of a low IQ person not realizing that they are in fact not high IQ, because nobody with an IQ over 80 would leave this type of comment, but I digress.
I think there's plenty of smart people that spend tons of money on games. Absolutely. Because it just doesn't matter to them. You have to understand that, like, for a lot of people, spending $10,000 isn't a big deal. They can do that. It's not like they're going to have to worry about it or anything like that. Now, whenever I say a lot, I don't mean a majority, a percentage of the population. I just mean that if you look at them,